A Cerberus is an extremely fun ship to fly and a nice break from the Gila, especially if you're Omega and EVE Online. Yes, Alpha Abyss is our other playlist. This is Omega Abyss, so if you want the best EVE guides, you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and EVE enjoyer for the better part of 10 years now. And the Cerberus is the Tech 2 Caracal, and it looks nice and thick. I'm feeling real strong in this ship chat. Let's check it out. Why the Cerberus? First of all, it is a heavy assault cruiser. This is the Tech 2 assault cruiser, and you're going to get 2 bonuses instead of 1. The first bonus being your shield booster amount. This is going to make your active shields better. This is what we're going to be doing with the Cerberus. And then your heavy assault launcher rate of fire is going to be increased. This is a straight up DPS increase. Really awesome. We like this. We're going to be using heavy assault missiles on this fit. Spoilers, thank you very much. You also get a 5% bonus to kinetic damage. Specifically kinetic. We are going to be going into exotic abysses to utilize that. Because you have to have rank 5 in Caldari Cruiser to fly the ship, that means we get as a base 25% missile damage with kinetic. We also get heavy assault missile velocity with this. That means they're going to go much faster. They're going to be able to fly out further. You're going to see what that's like. Now, we can use an assault damage control. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about what I think about it and how you're going to be able to use this. So you are going to be taking this in T5s. We've been testing this on T4s today on stream just to get accustomed to it. I can tell you that there's some things I've already learned from flying T4s. Let's talk about it. So the first thing you're going to be doing is we're going to be using 5 heavy assault missile launchers in the highs. But here's my already tech for you. Okay, what I recommend you do is you're going to have at least one of these is going to be a faction missile. It shoots out to 38, and the rest of these are going to be Tech 2s shooting out to 32. Why you do this is because you're going to have 2 missile groups, a group of 5 and a group of 1. This way, if you want to just kind of like pepper some DPS trig rooms, you want to split your damage a little bit, this will be your main DPS group, and this will be your side DPS group with that single one over here. That's what I would do with your heavy assault missiles. This is very fun to fly comparatively to a heavy drone boat like I'm using with the Gilas. So you're going to get a nice break from that there. So let's talk about the mids. We have a nice, this fit is blinged. This is a 1.4 billion ISK blinged ship. We're going to talk about the clone in just a sec and the things that I recommend that is mandatory for you. We have a 10 MN afterburner, going to get you up to 700. Overheated takes you up to 900. This is important because if you have to get within range of those Karen ships, of the Carbidus, or other things, you can overheat your ship and move faster to get away from them / towards them. Okay, we do have a large shield booster. Now, just as it is, we're doing 190 with my clone, plus we do have a booster in as well that's boosting this up. So with our clone plus that, this is going 190 HP a second. Overheated, we're going to go to 250. This is important because if you're in a bind, you're going to overheat your shield module. But I recommend you don't overheat this first. Yes, the first thing you're going to overheat is your Pith C-type multi-spectrum. You're going to overheat this because, as you can see, you go up to almost 90% thermal. This is important. 92% thermal resist with this overheated. If you're in a trig room and things are going bad fast, you're going to overheat this first. This you overheat second. Why? This takes a crap ton more heat damage and it's going to burn out your modules much sooner. Overheat your shield tank module before you do anything else, okay? Let's talk about the web. The web overheats out to 18. This is important because if there's a mob that's getting too far from you, application is important with the Cerberus and you need to web something in order to maximize your ability to do damage. How missiles work: if a ship is going very fast and your missile comes in and explodes in this radius, by the time your missile explodes, the ship actually might be here if it's moving very fast. See what I'm saying? So all this damage goes away. So if you web the ship, by the time it gets to you, instead it's going to be here. And most of the stuff is going to hit it. That's why this is important, okay? That's why this is important. So I hope that makes sense about why the Federation Navy web is mandatory for this read. Mandatory, okay? To get your application up, especially for the frigates. We're going to talk about how to shoot the frigates with those missiles. You need this for the frigate. You feel it. The DPS raise when you hit the web on the frigate. So this cat battery is necessary. Please bling this cat battery. The Thucker cat battery is one of the best ones with the hard R and everything. Okay, thank you kindly. This is one of those cat batteries you want to have a buy order in. Have like 2 or 3 of them on hand. It's one of the best items you can get. It is, in my opinion, the best cat battery, and you're going to use them on a ton of your fits. Thank you very much. Check them out. Let's get it done. In the lows, we're going to have 2 Caldari Navy ballistic control systems. These are going to increase your DPS just from 600 DPS up to 844. And if we heat, we go up to just under 1K. Pretty sick with those two in there. Now, many of you, we actually saw some comments on this. What the heck is up with the damage control? Now, the power control system is actually necessary to be able to fly all this, and this also increases your effective HP by a little bit because it gives you some stacking shields. The DCU is interesting. Here's the thing. This is a heavy assault cruiser, so you can use an assault damage control. You can, which replaces the damage control and is technically the better module. Here's what I recommend you do. The DCU is going to give you more overall HP. Okay, the DCU is going to give you the most on every single tier. The assault damage control actually can be fitted into this and will give you more tank when you activate it. You go up to 65k EHP. What I can tell you is I'm probably going to be flying with the assault damage control. I recommend you use an assault damage control, and the fit that we're going to put in the description is going to have one because of this big tip for you. On those newt rooms especially, when you activate the assault damage control, you can turn off your active shields for just a little bit while it's active. You tank a bunch of damage, you don't need to heal anybody, and you're getting your capacitor back. This takes way less capacitor to use than the large shield boosters. So that tip especially is going to save a lot of you in some of those bigger DPS rooms. The other reason I think you should be using the assault damage control is because on a room that's scaring you, that's like really hitting you with DPS, this is a nice oh crap button. It'll save your life in some rooms. I recommend using the assault damage control.
But Loru, why do you have on a DCU, just a normal Tech 2 one, on this blinged out fit?
It's really this simple. The assault damage control is another thing to think about. So if you don't want to micro it, if you don't want to think about it, then just use a normal damage control too. You don't necessarily have to have it. I like to fly with them when I can on ships that can fly them. So I'm in Pochman right now doing all of my stuff, so I didn't bring one with me, so I'm just going to use the normal DCU and call it a day. So the rigs are pretty self-explanatory. EM, because that is our lowest resistance on shields. This also means you're going to be prioritizing Spark Lance drones. Ships that do EM damage, you're going to prioritize those first after you hit the ships that have E-War. And then, of course, this loading bay accelerator is going to increase our DPS. Okay, so let's talk about drones really quick. Now, I lost a faction drone, but you're going to be taking Caldari Navy Hornet drone. You do about 50 DPS with drones. Not a lot. These drones, their only job is going to be to sit on the Carby disc and just like hang out on it after it's killed, after the drones have killed all of the various loot caches that are littered around the Abyss. 60 km is the range that you can get in here, and your targeting is within 75. So when you're navigating, you're going to see this when we show you how to do T5s in just a moment, okay? When you're navigating around, you're going to be able to throw those drones at certain things and be able to find the right loot and pop those cans and keep your missile damage onto the right targets. Okay, so that's what basically the drones are very deprioritized. Some other stuff you should bring with you: bring an MTU, bring a pack rat MTU. Why? You're in a blinged out fit. The pack rat MTU sucks up the loot way faster than the base MTU. Bring that one. Bring paste. Guys, we really, if you're flying a ship, it's 1.4 billion, so I have to talk about the paste. Now, come on. It's just a lot. Bring some paste, get it done. Now, let's talk about this guy. Crash Booster. This thing is mandatory. Okay.
Mandatory.
I noticed a massive difference on the frigates specifically with this booster. The problem is when you pop this booster, you have a chance of side effect of 20%. And what this does is it makes it so your missiles hit easier, okay? They can more precision to your missiles. That's what this does. The problem is you can have a negative penalty where your armor hit points can go down or your shield booster penalty can go down. Right now, I currently have a shield booster penalty of 16%. 20% less shield boosting, very bad. Now, one of our chatters, thank you very much, I don't know who said it, said what you can do if you get one of those bad things is you can get into a different clone. This will reset your boosters. You can swap clone to clone and then go from there. I can't do that right now because I don't have another clone of Pochman. I have to get my standings out. Thank you. Don't be mad at me, Opus. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. So once we get into the clone, we can swap in there. That's how you can undo a negative side effect booster for your stuff. Thank you to the chatter that said that. Who said that in chat? I want to honor you. What is your name? I can totally call you out. Thank you very much for that. So let's talk about the clone. Now, this is a clone that I use for other various missile ships, and it is an expensive clone. This is about a 3 billion-ish clone, something like that. But I use this for other ships, not just the Cerberus. This is full high-grade crystals with a mid-grade Omega, just because it was cheaper, fine. The thing that's mandatory for this one, if you're going into T5s, are these right here. This stuff is kind of like, you can get it if you want. All right, you can get this if you want for some other missile ships. I recommend you get it if you're flying Caldari Abyss ships. The high-grade crystals are going to really help you out. They're going to be awesome. So you can get them if you want, but definitely get these. What these do, more DPS, more hit rating, more hit rating, more DPS. If you're in an end game thing, you might as well get a bigger, badder clone. Make sure you get that. And you can see we have a couple other of these on as well, just to make sure that this is working. Okay, so we just pop them air, career, whatever the heck. So that's the fit. And we're going to show you how to fly it in space. But before we do that, you know what time it is. Now, this is a 1.4 billion-ish ship. And why should I have all the fun when I can give it away to one of you? That's right, one of you is going to be getting this ship. One of you is going to be getting a fully fit Cerberus. And the way you win is, first, you got to be subscribed to my YouTube channel. My bot's going to know. If you're not subbed, then you'll be disqualified. Put in the YouTube comments, Omega Abyss for me. And in that same comment, you're going to put your in-game name. Do those 3 things. Subscribe, put the catchphrase, and put your in-game name in that comment. You'll be eligible to win this fully fit Cerberus. We'll also give one away to our Twitch viewers. Thank you for coming in, chat. We're going to give one of those away by the end of the stream. One of you is going to get this literal Cerberus on stream. So we're going to start giving these ships away live too. So if you want some more giveaways, come on down to the stream. We'll see you there. Okay, so do those 3 things. Join the stream, follow the stream, sub to the channel, and we'll get you in. Let's go into space and do some T5 Exotic Abyss to show you what's up for the Cerberus. So the Abyss is this activity that we're doing. It is 3 rooms timed end game activities. Okay, and Omega is if you've paid for Eve, if you're not Alpha. Okay, so we've done an Alpha Abyss missile series. Now we're going to do an Omega Abyss missiles as well. So Omega clone, Abyss filament runner. That's right. Yes, sir. That's correct. Abyss is a end game PvE content. Take deep breaths, chat. Pray for your boy. T5 Chaotic Exotics. Here we go. Let's get it done, chat. For you. Here we go. T5 into the Abyss. Into the Abyss. You get a ton of ISK from doing this, and we have some Vedmax and Damavix immediately. Let's go right into the speed cloud, baby. Just immediately into that speed cloud. Let's just load this up, and we're going to try to get some of these Damavix first. I do see we have a ghosting. A ghosting is going to get hit really quick, chat. Really quick. And let's throw some drones at this guy while we just keep that going. Yeah, let's just make sure. Let's try to newt this ghosting Damavix immediately. Good. Good. Yes, sir. Yeah, just take him out. Take him out. Yes, sir. A little bit of damage on that guy. Excellent. 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 Yellow boxing me. My drones are about to die, dude. Drones are about to die. Let's pull these back. Let's pull these back. Because that is just hitting that bioadaptive. Very good, very good. And there it goes. Pop, pop. Boom goes dynamite. Come on back, baby. All right, let's try to keep hitting this one, and then let's go after these harrowing Vedmax. So let's just hit this Damavik really, really quick just because we're there. And then we're going to start thinking about going right towards this. We're going to start thinking about going right towards this. Let's take these missiles off. Let's start throwing DPS on this Vedmax. Thank you very much. So we're still being yellow boxed. That's fine, I guess. I don't know why they're so yellow boxing me. That's very, very weird. Let's undo this. Let's undo this. And let's go after this guy right here. Let's keep hitting this guy right here. Keep hitting this guy. Good, good, go. Send my drones out. Send my drones out after this. And let's put the Caldari navies on this guy. Good. Now let's do all missiles onto this Vedmac. All missiles onto this Vedmac. And we can actually take one T2 Hornet. One T2 Hornet can go onto that. We do see some yellow box coming in still. Goodness gracious, these guys are still absolutely poking me, getting it down. So what I'm trying to do with this is I'm trying to split my damage a wee bit. And you know what we're going to do, chat? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to drop our MTU right here. Drop our MTU right here. We're going to orbit this at about 10. Then we're going to load this missiles. We're going to stop shooting this. We're going to stop shooting this. We're going to do one. And do one here. Okay, we're going to do this. Stop that. Stop that. Okay, we're going to do this and this. This is what we're going to do. Okay, good. I did this because I want to be sure. I want to be sure that we're doing some DPS to the other Vedmac to try to confuse the split heals that Trigs get. That's what we're doing with this. That's what we're going to try to do. There's another Vedmac actually on grid. I forgot about that one. Scary stuff. All right, good. Now we have to really focus up here, chat. Really focus up. Let's do this Damavik just because why not? Let's bring the drones back. Let's bring the drones back. And let's try to focus up on this Vedmac here. Okay, because we have to make sure that we're continuing forward. We got to do this fast. This is a T5. We were practicing in T4s. So far, so Gucci. Can't web this guy. Can't web this guy. I think that guy has enough damage on him. Let's keep hitting the Vedmax. Vedmac rooms, you'll be like, oh, I'm good. It's all fine. And then all of a sudden, you're not anymore because they just keep spooling. They keep spooling. That's actually how it feels to do a Vedmac room chat. It's not a joke. It's very real. They just keep and I called the drones and immediately yellow boxing. But look, this is good. Keep calling out the drones against the Triglavian rooms because if they yellow box you, they reset the spool on you, baby. Okay, they have to keep the spool going on you to keep the DPS going. So let's just call it all of our drones onto this, immediately onto this guy right here. Very good. All right, start going towards our MTU because these are just frigates left. Just frigates left. We do see one of these here, so we're gonna stare at our drone damage right here. Good, but we're just gonna bring the drones back because we just don't need them anymore. And we did actually. We should not have gone. Looks like we missed 2 of the loot caches here, but that's fine. We still got 2 of them. Our only mistake in this room, I think, was we should have gone further. Oh, I should be should not be double reloading this, but that's fine. I should have gone after my MTU sooner. I should have. Navigation is something you really need to focus on in the Abyss chat. Navigation is something that's very important in the Abyss. You want to make sure that you're practicing going as fast and as micro heavy as possible in the Abyss. It's one of the reasons that I love doing the Abyss because of how great it feels once you get that down. Okay, so let's put all of this into my loot folder. Big drops there. Big drops. That's on screen for y'all to see. So a chaotic dark is an 18 million just off the top there. So in between rooms, drones are in, MTU is in, ammo's reloaded, and your heal is off. You want to turn your heal off. That way you can remember to get your cap back in between stuff. This is a T5 Exotic Abyss. T5 Exotic. All right, first room down. That was a sub 5 room. Very nice. We've got some more Vedmax coming in. I would take these all day, especially after how good that one felt. Thank you kindly for that. Let's lock this up. Let's turn this on. Let's get our drones out. Let's get our drones out and start throwing them out. Tangling, starving goes down, ghosting goes down. That's the one we want. We want it's precious. We want the starving and oh yeah, immediately going after that starving Danvik. Yes, sir. Let's get this one missile onto this ghosting one right here just to make sure and yellow boxing coming in on all of those. Then we're going to lock up these Vedmax. Let's just start going this way. Again, we are splitting the DPS onto some of these, to try to confuse their split heals. That's what we want to do. We do see some yellow boxing coming in. That's A-okay with me. We want that. We want it. Good. Now we're going to go right for this Vedmac. What's new to me? And the starving Vedmax, dude. Starving Vedmax. Very scary Vedmax. We also have a starving Dambovic coming in here. Now the ghosting Dambovic is going to be a big prio for us as well. Let's bring back our drones here. My newts are about to... I am very low on cap right here, chat. Very low on cap here. So we actually need to call out our drones. Good. We did take that one out, but I am scared right now. We are low on our stuff. Too low, in fact. Way too low. Let's start heading back towards this. Oh my god, my afterburner's off. This whole time, Chim. I am low on cap. It's way too low. Starving Damavix. We have to call out our drones. Let's call them back. They're getting yellow box. After this, we are going to hit the ghosting is next. I am trying to organize my stuff based on Proud Chat. We're about to lose cap. Okay, we lost our cap. Let's hit this starving. Let's try to see if we can do it, chat. We're going to lose this. I'm worried to this guy. We got to take him down. Let's put the drones onto this one. Remember, your drones only do 50 DPS. So you might as well flip it. I know I'm taking a half health, chat. I know that. I'm just trying to get my capacitor back up, but just to keep us going. All right, let's pull these drones back. Pull drones back. Looks like we're okay. Looks like we've stabilized. Okay, good. Let's save some cap. Let's keep throwing these on. We're down to and then we're gonna hit the harrowing Vedmac. After this, we're gonna hit the harrowing Vedmac. Calling those drones back. We have something webbing me as well. We have a tangling as well. Let's get one missile onto this harrowing, and then we're gonna go after the tanglings right after this. Yes, just one. All right, let's call drones out. Let's get these heals up, and let's put the drones onto this onto the ghosting Damavik. Sure. We want to call the drones out continually. Why? Because of what we were just talking about with the fact that they split the damage and they have a hard time keeping their stuff up. Yeah, let's just keep going after this. Good. Our cap is looking really nice. This drone is starting to take some damage. Excellent. We want to keep us going. Why are my missiles not attacking this Vedmac? I'm furious. And we should be droning. Should be webbing that one. Excuse me. Let's bring back all these drones. Slight micro problems, chat, are going to kill me into this abyss. I don't like what I've been doing just now. That makes me upset what I was just doing, y'all. Okay, that loss of micro for just a moment is actually going to stop us potentially from being able to kill this T5. We will see about it. All right, the drones are on this guy. Let's keep watching this Damavik. Keep it going. Excellent. All right, so now let's hit this guy, and let's put all of our missiles onto this tangling Damvik. Pull these drones back. What I'm telling you is the frigates are hard to hit. If you're flying this ship, the frigates are hard to hit, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so you want to web and drone and hit the same dudes. Okay, you want to lock it down with your webs, you want to hit your missiles with it, and you want to put the drones on it. Call it a day. Cap back up, let's go. Yes, we are now good. I'm going to keep my heals on for now, just because that's how it goes. Okay, we are starting to get down to the last couple frigates. We're going to pull our drones back in because we don't want them to die or do something stupid, and then we're going to throw out our missiles on that while we head back towards our MTU. So, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, do you enjoy this live shoutcasting? Is this something you want to see more of? Do you want us to do more ships? Do you want to see us cast more things? Any of online, type 1 in chat if you're enjoying yourself, if you're having a daggum good time in this lovely game that we call home. Nice compact disintegrator. Excellent. We don't have to orbit this at all. We can just sit right here because type 1 in chat if you want to see this more. Ladies and gentlemen, we do this live. We do all these things live for you. Yes, you, the viewer. So we want to keep doing this if you like it. Scoop this afterburner back on. Keep it at range. Pop it. Everything is good to go. Once this guy dies, we go to the next room. Second room is down. This is 2 rooms in sub 9. We're at 11 minutes left. Good. Turn off the heal. In between rooms, what do we do? MTU is in. Drones are in. Guns are reloading. Heals are off. Take a deep breath. And keep it going. That's on the docket, Scotty. That's on the docket. T6s in frigates with friends on the docket. What do we got? The final one. Ladies and gentlemen, pray for your boy. Here we go. Okay, pacifiers first. Drainer pacifiers, attacker pacifiers, marker pacifiers, a Thunderchild, and a Stormbringer coming in. The big boys. Let's see what we can get done here. So we got Drainer pacifier is first. Of course it is. Just gonna pop that one immediately. Also got the marker pacifier. Let's hit that one first as well. Let's just keep poking these guys. And I don't even think I'm gonna pull my drones back in. I'm gonna pull my drones back in so they don't just die to something stupid. Let's keep hitting these pacifiers. Try to keep hitting these pacifiers. Do I see a Marshal? I don't see a Marshal. I do see a Thunderchild. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep going as far away from these guys as I can. Keep nuding this. And where is these? Can I go close to this? Go close to this. Go close to that. Let's just keep hitting these pacifiers. I'm being nuded by this Drainer Enforcer. After my pacifier goes, you are getting poked in the mouth, Mr. Drainer Enforcer. Good, and then it's time for you to die. Hope you like living! Alright, let's hope my drones don't get popped by that stupid Thunderchild. We're just gonna send him away. Just gonna send him away and just start going towards this. Where is this? Yeah, let's go towards this as well. Let's start locking up that. Let's undo this thing. We're gonna keep hitting those. Good. Ah, look at that, chat. My drones are gonna take a ton of damage when they go close to that because of this thingy. So what we're gonna do, let's send out a single Navy Hornet out of that because my Tech 2s, my Tech 2s are going to die. Look at that. That Tech 2 drone is going to take a bunch of damage from that. Very interesting because we have to keep shooting stuff. Lower, stop looting things and keep shooting things. Let's go this way. Oh my god, I didn't actually kill it. And I'm actually away from things. I'm gonna make a command decision. I'm gonna call back my drones. I'm gonna hit this one just because it's there, but I am going to go back and I'm gonna head back because I'm actually far from stuff and call back my drone. We actually might lose a drone here and I'm wasting too much time like looting stuff. You know, the hell am I doing, chat? I didn't see. Because this thing is here, we're gonna miss out on all that loot. So let's just leave that there. We did blow up a single cache. That big boy is hitting us. We are not doing any other big stuff. Let's take a gander here. All of our drones are kind of damaged. We're gonna head right towards this. Where are we right now? Where are we? You are close to us. Our range is within 38. Skybreaker, Despero Troop, and the Thunderchild is probably going to be next. Everything is yellow boxing me. I'm not really worried about that right now, but we're just going to keep heading towards the gate here. And once we're out, I think it's time to start hitting you. Let's call out our drones. Let's call this out, and we're going to start heading towards you, my friend. Yes, we're going to start throwing our missiles at actually you, the Stormbreaker, Despero Trooper. Yes, let's go right towards these. Right towards these. Yes, sir. We're gonna go towards them, chat. We're gonna go towards them. Because, and you just saw, all of my drones just died. All of them died. All of my drones. The Thunderchild hit all of my drones, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, let's overheat in this room, chat. We have 9 minutes left. Definitely overheat. Let's start pack ratting this. What the heck, dude? What the heck? And it looks like my crash booster is also popped here. We'll start heading towards this guy because we're actually out of range. We're overheating and I'm out of range of my missile, chat. I'm missing these guys. Let's get a little bit closer, chat. Can you believe it, chat? Let's stop hitting this guy because it's not in range. Let's hit this Skybreaker instead. Let's go towards these guys. We can out-tank them. We just have to be able to kill them now, chat. Can you believe that all my drones dead, chat? They're all gone, dude. They're all gone. I might have to switch to faction once here because of how these guys are not able to be caught by me. Let's keep hitting this, guys. Keep hitting this. Good. Keep hitting the Skybreaker to Sparrow. Good. Once you start getting in range, now we're going to overheat because we lost some precious time to this because we are at sub 7. We are at sub 7 here. Good. And now it's time to hit you, my friend. Time to hit you. Let's see if I can poke you, Mr. Skybreaker to Sparrow. Yeah. We're going to keep focusing up the DPS on this and not worry about anything else. We're just going to make sure that we keep a sharp eye on where that Thunderchild is. Good. We're going to do that. Next is going to be the Stormbringer to Sparrow Trooper. Excellent. No paste here. Just keep throwing the DPS. No more drones. It's all gas, no break. We have no more drones. The Thunderchild poked our drones. What I should have done in this room is not called out my drones. Should have not called out my drones in this room on that area because the Thunderchild was going to poke us. You know, duh. It's kind of like a duh. I probably shouldn't have done that at all. So, and there's the edge of the map. Stop ship. Let's go this way. Ooh, the edge of the map. You jerk. So the Thunderchild, chat, you saw him, chat. The Thunderchild right at the edge of the map. There he is. And with this, we have to reload our stuff here, but we are going to poke him for 2 things and hold him down. The Thunderchild holds the edge of the map. Isn't EVE Online beautiful? Ladies and gentlemen, isn't EVE Online a pretty game? Look at this Battleship Thunderchild doing it. We have, how long we got? This is the last room, chat. 6 minutes left. We're going to be able to do it. Look at EVE Online, baby. Delicious. Fantastic. Skybreaker can take a lot of damage. I hate them too. There it is. Exactly. So we're going to let this guy keep doing it. We're not going to overheat this because we have 6 minutes left. This is tier 5. Tier 5 Abyss, the exotic variant. Tier 5 exotic. Once this guy gets down, we're going to start aligning out. Good. We're going to start aligning out to our next thing. Let's turn our afterburner on. We can tank these with ease. Excellent job, y'all. We just have to get out now. And I have no more drones. What to do in this room? Drones last, bro. Drones last. What the hell am I doing? You know, so we've got 5.5 minutes left. T5 exotics are complete. We did it. You've learned some things. While we did this, you don't have to make the mistakes I made. I'm going to taxi to the loot to get the final loot count. Editor, you can skip to the next part so we can talk about it. Oh, chat. I got a Velas. Oh, stop shield. Thank you. You're right. That's a big drop. That's a faction drop, dude. Byron coming in with a
20 bone super chat. Yeah, love me some late Arlo. That's right, buddy. Yes, sir.
Thanks you for the super chat, my friend. Oh, great to see Byron. Thanks for the goodies, my friend. Can I tell you that I saw the lightning? I was like, my drones might die, and I saw the drone screen was just not there anymore. You know, like they're just gone. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, that's that. So that room roll was kind of insane. And we did it. No Marshall, but why is Thunderchild more dangerous to drone than other ships? Because the lightning that the Thunderchild, all the Edencom ships bounce lightning. Their shots bounce. So if it hits me with lightning, it bounces to my drones and kills my drones. And I believe the weapon arcs increase in damage each time. I think Marshall dies instantly to that fit. Ooh, one of the best parts of this. So Editor, you can come back in here. We just finished a T5 exotic. We got 50 million ISK out of it, and we even got a faction drop out of that. A very big drop. Excellent. And we did it in sub 16. We had about 4 minutes left doing that. So you can do, let's call it 15 minutes. So you can do about 4 of these an hour. This is a 200 million ISK an hour at least. Omega Abyss. We did it, chat. We did it. We were able to do T5 exotics. It looks like we're easy 200 million ISK an hour. This was great. We lost our drones. You learned from my mistakes. And if you want more Omega Abyss, that's this playlist right here. We have an Alpha Abyss missile series as well. To make sure if you're free to play, you can get that going. And if you want the best Eve guide, sub right here. We'll see ya in the next video. Thanks very much.